Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for taking time out of your Monday morning to join us for our Final Expense Monthly Monday. Today is Monday, May 6th, 2019, and my name is Matt Alina. I'm the Final Expense Manager here at URL. So again, thank you for joining us. Our Final Expense Monthly Monday is designed for agents who are either in the final expense marketplace or thinking about getting into the final expense marketplace and how to get started. It's designed to help you get started, also kind of help you with some of the different trends that we're noticing in the final expense marketplace. So today we'll be discussing how to get started in the final expense marketplace. We'll talk to you about our final expense sales program here, how our lead program works and how we subsidize your lead expenses. We'll also be giving you some sales tips. We have some agent bonuses and some other incentives that are going on. And then, of course, if you do have any questions or comments, anything that's working for you, not working for you, feel free to share that toward the end there. You can type that information to me through the link that's on the toolbar that's on the webinar page here. You can type those questions, or you can raise your hand and I'll unmute your phone or microphone and you can share it with everybody as well, or ask any questions that you might have. So let's get into this. Here at URL Insurance Group, we have the Final Expense Playbook for Success. Basically, you can look at us as your final expense coaches. We have sales scripts, we have different sales and marketing guides. We have an online quoting tool that we'll be sharing with you here in a couple of slides down the road here, so stay tuned for that. We have turnkey marketing programs. This is more directed towards those of you who are doing Medicare. We have some proven turnkey marketing programs for that. We have materials to help you with doing webinars or seminars. We have one-on-one training. We have different brochures, memorial books, letters, and a whole lot more there. We have numerous lead sources, from direct mail to telemarketed leads to social media leads and internet search leads. So we'll get into that. And then we'll also get into our lead subsidies and how the lead subsidies are based on your production. We have a list of final expense carriers that are continually growing. Here we're just about at around 20 carriers right now. The newest carrier that we've added is Western Catholic Union. Stay tuned, because there are going to be some other carriers that we're going to be adding. We're always looking at different carriers to help keep you ahead of your competition, and something that's going to be competitive for you to offer to add to your portfolio. Our final expense quote engine, I want to talk to you about that here briefly. You can find our final expense quote engine on our website at urlinsgroup.com, and then you click on Aries. Then you would go to the top of the page to get to Life Markets, and then you'll click on this link here, which is the final expense quoting tool. That's going to take you to this next section here on the left-hand side of your screen, where you'll put in the state of the sale, whatever state you're in, the client's date of birth, their gender, male or female, if they use any form of tobacco, yes or no, the amount of coverage, and then there's level, graded, guaranteed issue. You do not have to do anything with this access key. You'll click on Get Quotes Now. Here on the right side will be where the website is doing the shopping for you. It's going to show you the rates that for that particular face amount. So for this particular person, a 50-year-old male, non-smoker in Pennsylvania, for $10,000, you'll see that it does all the shopping there for you. Now, I do not recommend that you get contracted with all of these different carriers. The idea behind the quote engine is to help you get quotes quicker with the carriers that you represent. So you may not represent the very best or the very top quote in this particular scenario, but they might be the best or toward the best in other scenarios. But you'll want to zone in and locate the carriers that you're contracted with and quote that. I also do not recommend that you share the quote engine with your clients. There isn't a final expense quote engine on a website, so the client's really not able to shop you like they can for term insurance. So just something to think about there. But it's really just a tool to help you get quotes quicker and to zero in on the carriers that you are contracted with. Now, in final expense sales, if you're not making sales, you're probably not purchasing leads. So we do have a bunch of different lead sources and lead options that are available. All of our lead programs, every single one of them, are exclusive. So they're not going, the leads when they come back, they're not going to you and a bunch of other agents. They're going to specifically back to you. These are your leads. You can do what you want with them. So we have direct mail leads. That's where the lead vendor will mail out to the defined sales territory that you want to target, whether it's by county. You can even narrow it down to specific zip codes. 1,000-piece mailer is about $450 to $500, give or take. Or you can do a guaranteed response direct mail piece, which is about $32 to $35 a piece. The direct mail leads around $400 to $500 for a 1,000-piece mailer. You're going to get about 1.5% to 2% response, so about 15 to 20 leads out of the 1,000 pieces that have been mailed out. With the guaranteed response, those are $32 to $35 a piece. Minimum lead order request is 20, so they will do as many mailings as they need to get, that they need to do in order to get you the 20 leads that you're requesting. We also have verified teleleads. Those are $25 a piece. Again, you would pick the defined sales territory. You can do it by area code if you want to target a specific area code, or you can do it by counties. You would need to provide about 3 counties for the telemarketers to target. Someone will ask which one's better, direct mail or verified teleleads. If you're in a very rural area, direct mail is probably one of the better ways to go for that. If you are in a more urban area, the teleleads are pretty good there. We also have social media leads, also known as Facebook leads. Those are about $30 a piece, 20 lead minimum order. Again, these are exclusive leads. The entire state is your territory for Facebook leads. We also have basic teleleads, going back to teleleads. Those run anywhere from $10, $12, $13, $15 a piece. Again, you would pick the defined territory that you want to target. And again, these are exclusive leads. We also have internet search leads. I don't have anybody participating in those leads at the moment. Those are about $35 a piece. And you have to give a 1-month commitment. Any leads that come in through Google and Bing, you're on the hook for paying for that. But I don't have anybody participating in that. Now, one of the things to also consider, if you have a specific goal in mind when it comes to final expense sales, you will want to consider that 10%, anywhere from 10 to 15%, is going to go towards marketing. So if you spend $500 in a month for final expense leads, you should get somewhere close to about $5,000 in life sales, in final expense sales. So that's just something to think about. So if you are looking to do $100,000 this year, about roughly $10,000 is going to be have to be your marketing budget. If you're not purchasing leads, you're not finding the clients, and you're not going to be making the sales that you can make. Now, as we talk about the different expenses that are out there, also understand that here at URL Insurance Group, we subsidize your lead costs based on your production. So for our Gemini partners, those of you who are on our call today, if you're a Gemini partner, you know who you are. For every $1,000 of paid final expense annualized premium that you place each month, we give you $80. Our standard partners, we didn't forget about you. We give you $50 for every $1,000 of final expense paid annualized premium. So basically what I do is at the end of each month, I calculate the placed business that you've done with URL for final expense. And then I notify you of your lead credit and let you know what you can either use one of our lead vendors, or if there's a lead vendor that you've been using, please feel free to continue to do that. We'll work something out with your lead vendor so that we can get that lead credit to your vendor on your behalf. So if you did $5,000 during the month of May, Gemini agents are going to get a $400 lead credit, and our standard agents are going to receive a $250 lead credit. So we do help offset those lead costs for you. So I want to go and get into a little bit of a sales tip here. One of the things, if you've been doing final expense sales for a long time, you'll know that you have to constantly be looking for fresh business in purchasing leads and so on, because a lot of times you're going to find that some of those final expense policies are going to fall off the books. The clients are going to forget to pay their premiums, or just for whatever reason, sometimes you're dealing with clients that don't have a lot of money, and it just, the policies sometimes don't stick on the books. So here's a sales tip on how to increase your final expense policy retention. And it's provide a policy with value. Now, I'm talking more than just a life insurance death benefit. Let's face it, life insurance is an intangible. So the client is paying these premiums month after month, year after year. They're never going to see the fruits of their labor and see the results, because they're going to pass away, and then that money is going to go to their family to help take care of funeral expenses, last expenses, whatever it is that they need that money for. So what you want to do is try to provide a policy with value. What does that mean? Member benefits. There are final expense policies out there today that offer member benefits, and they include education scholarships and grants for children and grandchildren. It's a great way to get your foot in the door. There is no denying that love and that link between a grandparent and a grandchild. And maybe that grandparent really doesn't have a lot to be able to leave behind for their grandkids. So knowing that if they get a life insurance policy, that they would be able to help their grandchild offset some of their costs for college, even for grade school or high school, going into like a private school. There are education scholarships and grants that are available for the children and grandchildren of that policyholder. There's also prescription drug discounts. A lot of these final expense carriers that offer policies with additional value, they'll give them a membership card that they can go and use at local retail pharmacies to get money off of their co-pays and stuff like that. Free living wills. Whether somebody has a lot of money in the bank or not, nobody wants the government to get any more money than they need, and they don't want attorneys having to get any more money than they need as well. And a free living will help your clients avoid that. They'll be able to pass on their assets to their loved ones without Uncle Sam getting involved or without an attorney having to get involved. Speaking of attorneys, if your clients need an attorney, there are discounted legal services through some of these life insurance plans that offer member benefits. There's also discounts to national retailers all across the country. Discounts for medical diagnostic tests like CT scans and MRIs. And discounts for dental, hearing, and vision as well. So what are the companies that offer these different benefits? Fraternal companies. The fraternal companies that are in our portfolio consist of Foresters, Royal Neighbors, and Western Catholic Union. These are the companies that offer member benefits, policies of value. Foresters, Royal Neighbors, Western Catholic Union, they all offer education scholarships and grants. They all offer access to living wills or discounts to retailers or prescription drug discounts. They offer values, something that the client is going to be able to enjoy prior to death. They'll be able to see that their money is going and they're able to get something in return, something tangible today. So they'll think twice about letting that policy lapse, because they know that their children or their grandchildren are relying on those scholarship benefits or whatever the case may be. So consider offering companies that offer member benefits. So for those of you who are new to final expense sales here with URL, we're doing what we call our fresh start bonus, and this is for agents who get contracted in the business that they write in their first 60 days of getting contracted with URL. So for every final expense case that you place in the first 60 days, we will give you an additional $25 per placed final expense application. Minimum premium is $500. We will let you double dip. So that means you can still qualify for lead subsidies, or you can apply this towards your lead subsidies. And you have to be new to URL, or you haven't submitted business with URL in the past 24 months. So that's our final expense fresh start bonus. Now, for those of you who have been loyal to URL over the years, we didn't forget about you. We have our final expense grand slam bonus going on, and that runs from it started April 1st and it runs to the end of June. So we'll give you for 4 placed cases, we're going to give you $100. 8 placed cases, $200. 10 placed cases, $250. 20 placed cases, $500. It's based on street level contracts. We'll still allow you to qualify for the lead subsidies that you get, and the minimum annualized premium is $500. So we didn't forget about you. If you have any questions regarding any of our bonus programs, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to go over those bonus programs with you. Additional incentives. Our carriers also offer some great trips. We mentioned Foresters and Royal Neighbors and Western Catholic Union. Foresters has a Greek Island cruise coming up in 2020. Minimum annualized premium is $90,000 to qualify. Royal Neighbors has a trip, all-inclusive trip to Lake Tahoe in 2020, and that's only for $75,000 in annualized premium. And then Western Catholic Union for $40,000 of annualized premium. That'll get you and a guest to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic in 2020. But you'll see that there's a lot of carriers that offer the different incentives. So in addition to the compensation, in addition to the bonuses and lead subsidies, you also get to play hard as well. In addition to these trips, URL also likes to work hard and play hard and reward our agents for doing business with us. So our President's Club trip is in 2020. If you want to see where you stand right now after the first quarter, you can look that up based on your name and your login information. So the President's Club trip in 2020 is going to be at the Hotel Bennett, Charleston, South Carolina. It's a great 5-star hotel, brand new in the heart of the historic district of Charleston, South Carolina. For those of you who have never been to Charleston, Charleston's a great city of history, great city of restaurants, boutiques. It's really got it's got a sample of everything down there. Nice people. It's a great trip, and we hope that you can qualify for that trip, and we hope to see you there in 2020. I do want to encourage you that if you're not doing final expense sales, or you're just not hitting the numbers that you want in final expense sales, if you ask yourself, can I do this? Yes, you can. Now, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but selling insurance is hard. A successful insurance agent didn't get there overnight. They sold and sold and sold, and it's the only way to become a super successful in this business. And if you want to be successful, you're going to have to work hard, and you're going to have to do it. So can you do this? Of course you can. You're licensed, you're trained. Some of the tricks here: know the products that you're selling. You do not need to get contracted with all the carriers that are in the portfolio. Take a selection, 2, 3, 4 carriers. Study them. Study the products, know the products inside and out. Come up with a good presentation. Get to know and prepare for every objection and how you can avoid that. And most of all, believe in what you sell. I firmly believe that we're not really selling, we're educating. We're educating people on the options that they have that are available to them. And you're there to help them protect their family. That's their most valuable asset. So you can do this. When you partner with URL Insurance Group, we'll help you any way that we can to help you reach and exceed your sales goals and expectations. So I want to hear from you. We want to know what some of your challenges are. What are some of your successes as well? How are leads working out for you? If you're ordering leads and it's working great, I want to know about it. How are they working out for you? If they're not working well, I want to know about it as well. See if we can work something out with the lead vendors, if it's a lead vendor that we have. If you're on the fence about trying final expense sales, what can I do? What can we do here at URL to help you give it a try? It is a very lucrative business. The final expense senior life marketplace is growing every day, and we have the tools and we have the resources to help you harness that growth and help you take advantage of the opportunities that final expense life insurance sales provides. So I'd like to hear from you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. You can either raise your hand and I'll unmute your computer microphone or your telephone, or if you want to type your questions, feel free to type those questions. I'll read them aloud and answer them as well. Of course, if you do have any questions or want to talk to me direct, you can contact me. My direct line here at URL, this bypasses our switchboard, is 717-216-8041. That's 717-216-8041. Toll free is 800-926-8875, extension 141. And my email address is matta, that's M-A-T-T-A, at urlinsgroup.com. I hope I've given you enough fuel to get started. If you haven't already done so, if you need to order leads, feel free to contact me. We can go over our lead program. We can go over our bonus programs as well. Don't see any questions coming in at this time, so I do appreciate your time today. Hopefully the weather is going to cooperate for everybody to get out there and see their clients. So thank you very much for your business, your partnership, and your time today, and we look forward to helping you with your next final expense life insurance case. Until next time, take care, and we will talk to you all soon.